Hello, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kim Belanger. I am the Director of Children's Ministry at Wellington Square United Church. Now, some of you are quite accustomed to seeing me regularly on Sunday mornings during this COVID season, and it has been such a joy for me to share with you in worship. Over the past many months, our staff has been looking for ways to hear from you directly, to listen to what is on your heart, to hear your prayers, and to be open to your needs right now. And so the worship planning team decided that it was time to send out a survey, and so together we worked on that and sent it out to you. So we asked, you answered, we've listened, and now we want to share some of the feedback and how we're going to respond to that with you. We really want to thank those of you who responded to the survey either online or mailing it directly to the church. We received 169 results in total, and almost an equal amount from both our 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock services. The common denominator in most of the responses is that you are missing connecting with people, and oh boy, do we understand that. So we have planned sort of a tailgate, drop-in open house event happening this Sunday, September 13th from 12 to 2, and a rain date set for September 20th should we need it. Hopefully we won't. And this is going to be one of several events that we have planned for the fall that will allow for social interaction and connection with proper distancing rules in effect. So be sure to stay tuned to eBlast and our webpage for more events in the coming weeks. We've been looking for things to celebrate from this season or silver linings from all of this, and many of you indicated it has been the ability to connect more with family via Zoom calls or FaceTime parties, to lead a bit of a slower paced life and having more time to do things that you wouldn't normally have time to do, and that was exciting for us to hear. Many of you have felt a strong connection to Wellington Square through our online services, weekly hymn sings, still meeting virtually with your small groups, helping with meal bag programs, receiving calls from the church, and sending and receiving emails from friends. And this is fantastic news. We are so glad to hear that you are feeling connected. We also heard you say that you would like more communication about what is happening in and around the church. So we are working hard at keeping you updated and doing our best to be creative in the ways that you receive that news. We were glad to hear that the majority of you are coping well during COVID, but also heard from others of you that you would like more support from the church. Please know that we are actively working on our Pastoral Care network, and we'll be reaching out to all of you once again this fall. So please be sure to update the office if you've had a change in phone number or email address, or if you've moved. It would be great if you could give Catherine a call in the office and let her know all of that, or drop her an email. We are updating our network program, which is exciting, so we want to make sure that everyone is included in that. It was good to hear that many of you are enjoying the music and the messages on Sunday mornings, and we do know that some of you are missing our traditional hymns as well. So the good news is that we will be recording our 11 a.m. traditional service with hymns and special music, along with the sermon and scripture readings, and that will be launching Sunday, September the 20th. The links to those services will be found on the website and in an e-blast once they are ready. We heard you tell us that you've been having some difficulty connecting to the story at times, and all of the staff had already been praying about that and listening to God's lead, and believe that it's time for us to take a break from the story this fall and focus on a different approach for the fall leading into Advent. Each month we will explore a different theme, and we'll hope that you would join us this month as we start our theme on encouragement. Next month, we will be looking at Thanksgiving, and then Remembrance, and then it's time for Advent. Now we will resume our study with the story during Lent, and we will be shifting into the New Testament at that time. And as much as I've loved sharing time with all of God's children on Sundays, I also realize that sometimes it's a shorter message and not always geared for our youngest Wellington Square family members like it could be if we were to gather in person. We're excited to be exploring ways that we can narrow in on a more specific time just for our children's ministry and youth programs outside of worship services. But don't worry, you'll still see Adam and myself during worship most weeks. We did hear some of you say that it's time to open the church, that you are ready to come back into the sanctuary. So now we will be opening the sanctuary just for one service per week, starting September the 20th at 10 a.m. Now Glenn will be preaching his sermon live, and there will be a time of prayer, but all music will still be recorded and singing will not be permitted. There will also be social distancing in the pews. You will also need to register in advance. And now we know that you will be disappointed that you can't all sing together, and that singing at home or in the shower or in the car just isn't the same as singing together in the sanctuary. But for now, these are the guidelines that we will continue to follow for everyone's safety and health. When gathering on a Sunday morning in the sanctuary, there will be no in-person programs for children and youth due to COVID protocols as well, but there will continue to be lessons available for children and youth that will be sent out via email. There will be a video posted online this week and an email sent out to you about what to expect when returning to in-person worship. So be sure to watch out for that. Glenn walks us through what a Sunday morning will look like for the next little bit. So again, thank you for responding to our survey. Please know that we heard you and are grateful for your insight and for your grace. It's a different season for all of us as we learn new ways to deliver the good news in various ways. On behalf of all of the staff, I extend our gratitude and our prayers for all of you. Know we continue to follow closely with both the Ontario Health Department and Halton's, and we will strive for health and safety for all. Difficult decisions have needed to be made, and we've all needed to be a little more flexible. But in and through it all, we trust that God is walking with us and we are not alone. We miss you, we're praying for you, and we are so looking forward to seeing you soon for a brief, healthy, socially distanced visit. God bless you all.